I'm Justin Forehand here with eXp Realty. Hope you had a great weekend. Here on this Monday, we have another video for you. Today we're going to be talking about the 3 things that could sabotage a seller selling their house. So over the last 6 years, I've sold a lot of real estate, I've had a lot of listings, and these are the 3 things that I've seen that could either cause the seller not to be able to sell their house or take longer to get under contract. I've had only two deals that I wasn't able to close, and they had these 3 things in common. So, starting out, the first thing is not making the necessary repairs that you know you're going to have to make. Even though here in Alabama, where I sell real estate, we're a buyer beware state, and buyers are responsible for finding all the things that need to be repaired. I know most other states, the seller has to disclose, but not here in Alabama. But if it's obvious and you want to be able to open up to more buyers, that are going to be using VA and FHA loans, you're going to need to make obvious repairs that especially those 2 loan products require. So if you have something like decaying siding, or you have 4 steps and there's no railing on it, you're going to have to do these things, especially if it's a VA or an FHA loan. So these are the type of things you can proactively do to make it more enticing for a buyer to put an offer on a house. The market we're in right now, currently, is not like last year where we had just buyers putting in offers and you have like 20 offers on a listing. It's not like that right now. So you need to do a little bit more as a seller to make a buyer more comfortable when they're putting in an offer. So just making the necessary repairs, things that are visible, things that the buyer will notice, the inspection will pick up on, and especially if it's a VA or an FHA loan, there's things that that are going to need to be done to be able to close. So, number 2, videos about things you should do before you sell, and when I sit down with the clients, I still run into this every so often, and that's not decluttering or depersonalizing your home. Most sellers that I've worked with are very good with taking pictures off the wall and packing up knickknacks and things like that, but I've had a couple that left these things out, and it took a little bit longer for them to get under contract, because what happens is buyers come in and they want to picture themselves in the space, and they see a family picture of somebody else's family, or they just see clutter of things that they're not interested in, or maybe they don't like a lot of clutter, they're very minimalist. So that's one of the things that you should do when you're thinking about selling your house is declutter. And for one thing, a nice, clean, minimal looking house looks better in pictures. So even right off the bat, when buyers are looking on the MLS, on Zillow or things like that, it's going to capture their attention better when it's nice, clean, and pretty much just a clean slate for the buyer to visualize themselves living in that space. So, recap so far. First thing is make necessary repairs. Second thing, declutter, depersonalize. And then the third thing, this one's a kicker right now, and that is overpricing. So last year when we were in the crazy market, sellers listing their house way over what it was valued at. I had one last year that didn't sell, that was way overpriced, and even in last year's market, we had some that expired. So now the market's kind of calmed down a little bit, and it is very important to get your property priced right when you hit the market, because stale houses become houses that don't sell quickly. And that sounds funny, but when you're priced right, when it hits the market, it gets a lot of attention. But if it's overpriced and it sits there a long time, then you're not going to have as much interest from buyers that may just be starting the process. They've been looking like, why has this house been on the market 25 days? What's wrong? And most of the time that happens because a property is overpriced. Just the initial reaction from the market is, this is too much for this house. And even with, pricing updates or improvements, like a lot of agents like to say, and that that notification gets back out there, it's still, you see that it's a price improvement and not a new listing. So getting that property price right, kind of just taking the information from the real estate agent, the recommendation, and thinking about, I know I want to get top dollar for this house, but I know I don't need to overprice it, because then I may not sell it for what I want. 'Cause you could actually lose money by pricing it high and just getting nothing but low ball offers. So it's very important to take into consideration the market, what the real estate agent recommends, what you feel like realistically you should get. So those are 3 things that I've seen that could sabotage the seller from selling their house. These are things you should not do. So if you have any questions about selling, buying, or investing in real estate, whether in the Huntsville market or anywhere around the country, feel free to reach out. I'd love to help you, see if there's any way I can help you achieve your goals. My phone number is 256-542-0226. Just give me a call or shoot me a text, and I'll be glad to help in any way. If you would like to learn more about the Huntsville market, all of the things that this city has to offer, subscribe to this channel. Go ahead and hit the like button on this video. I put out every Monday, I try to put out a video on either tips on buying and selling real estate, things to do in the Huntsville area, just all kinds of information about the market. And then on Fridays, I put out a market update, and I do it weekly so I can see the micro trends and see where we might be going over the long run, and how things have been tracking consistently throughout the last couple of weeks. So those are the 2 videos I put out every week. If that's something you would like to see more of, please subscribe to this channel. And once again, I hope you have a great week. Thank you for watching so much, and have a great rest of your week. Have a good one.